Hi there, Sandra here from Create in Spain, and this one is going to be a relatively short and sweet video. Have you ever had a day when everything goes wrong? Well, I'm delighted to say I'm not having one of those today. Everything went right for a change. Okay, so this is a gatefold card with an intricate design on the front, and I have made a belly band design for it as well. Simple piece with an oval in the center and an offset oval as well. And the reason for the oval is that this piece here in the very center is more or less an oval shape. So I made it to match up with that. Very, very simple. I've made this one just in paper at the moment because it's a prototype, but it went so well, I thought, what the heck, make a video on this one anyway. So inside, you need to put a piece of white paper, and I suggest that you just glue it on the top so that it's a loose sheet. And then you can write your sentiment underneath it, and when you close the card, it is still pristine. It just looks like it's supposed to look, okay? Instead of you having writing visible, which just looks untidy. The design is one that I have made. It looks a bit sort of fractal-ish, so that's what I called it. It looks like it's shards of things all broken up almost. So that's what it is. If you want to make your own design for these gatefold cards, you can use any kind of stencil file that you have or a background die file that you have. You just need to take the bits away that you don't want. And the bits that you want are the bits that you would normally be colouring in. If you're using a stencil, it's the bits you would normally be colouring in that would be coloured if you were going over it with ink or colours or whatever. So normally you would be cutting this out with a frame on it in this particular case because it was a complete frame stencil, not a stencil, but a frame cut. But as I said, you can do this with stencils. You just have to take them apart and manipulate them a bit. Now the way to manipulate them for a gatefold card is relatively simple. In this particular case, you want to divide your design in half, and mine already had a dividing line, so that was quite convenient. And what you want to do is to take your pieces, size up your basic card base. So in this case it was a 21 by 14.8 that I started off with. Group together all your little bits and put them to the far right of the card in the center of it, top to bottom. And then you want to move it. In this case I moved it by 6mm, and because I've got my software set up to do 2mm each time I press my arrow key, it was just 3 presses of the arrow key to move it slightly to the left. So obviously I needed that border just there. Then I did a path exclusion, and then I did it with it facing the opposite way on the other side and did exactly the same to repeat it. I've put score lines in here, and the way to do that is to decide how wide your card is. So I was doing obviously a 10.5 here. So what I did was I made 2 score lines, put them so they were 10.5 centimeters apart, grouped them together, and then put them into the center of here just by centering them up in the software. And that ensures that you get a nice, even front, and you don't get anything sort of off to one side. So that's how it's done. So then all you have to do is to apply some glue to your belly band. Make sure that you don't wrap it too tightly so you can take it off and put it back on again. And you're done. That's it. So I will include the file below, and I'm actually including the base file that I used for this one. So if you want to play with it to work out how I did it, you can have a play and you can get similar results. Once I had made the complete card design, I resized it, I downsized it just a little bit so that I could get 2, if I wanted to, out of an A4 piece. And it will fit, because it's not quite 21 along there, it will actually fit on the width of the paper rather than having to do it the other way around and waste a lot of paper. there we are. Now, I have a favour to ask. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you like this video, please share it. Please share it, even with friends who don't craft, because maybe they just like to watch videos. And at the end of the day, I hope you enjoy the files. Take care now. Bye-bye.